Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey, welcome back everyone. Today is the test drive day for the 1983 Biscayne Blue 300D. So let's go ahead and get out on the road. All right, so we see, let me turn off the light so you guys can see. Okay, our mileage is 48,127. Trip odometer is 148. And the clock reads almost 12 o'clock. All right, let's go ahead and fire it up here. Let the glow plug cycle. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get on the test drive. All right, we'll wait till the engine comes up to temp a little. Technically, you don't have to. It says in the Mercedes manual that you can crank the car up and drive it immediately. There's no reason to wait on the temperature to come up. So that's just an old habit I have. So I guess we're not going to do that. We're just going to get straight out on the road. All right, let me pull out of the back here. I'll be back in a second. All right, let's go ahead and get on the road. We are going to take it down some back roads, test the suspension, and get it out on the Georgia 400, get her up to speed, go off an exit ramp, test the braking system. We're gonna completely go through everything. Very nice shift into third gear. There's fourth. First thing I notice about this vehicle is the seat. The seat is very comfortable. It's not worn out at all. Also, the steering grain on the steering wheel, it's not worn out at all. Has very low mileage, so hasn't really had enough time to wear in. Blinkers working correctly. There we go. And you can see our engine temp is coming up. I need to fill up with some fuel. I'll do that after the test drive. Let's see. You can see the odometer. Trip odometer is correctly rolling over. It's about to roll over to 149. Have excellent cold engine oil pressure. Our temp's coming up. RPMs, you see the clock is working correctly. Sorry for the sun glare there. There you go. Coming up on 12 o'clock. Yeah, this is, I love these low mileage 300Ds. They just feel so fantastic driving them. Very smooth. The transmission shifts very smooth. The seat is comfortable. Steering wheel is not, you know, worn out. The grain pattern isn't rubbed off. It just feels really good. Now, even though I redid the air conditioner on this car, it is a little chilly here, so I'm going to go ahead and put on the heat, and we'll just put that on low. Little road construction here, not sure what they're doing. Let me get through this. All right, our heat feels nice. See, we're coming up to engine temp here, almost up. It'll run a little above 80 usually. Let me go ahead and accelerate a little up this hill. Excellent power. Oh yeah, this engine is very healthy. It pulls great. Now I'm going to go a little fast through this roundabout right here because I want to test the suspension. So we're going to hit this kind of fast here. Check the body roll and the shocks. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, those shocks and suspension is in outstanding condition. And we'll go ahead and get her up to speed here. I'm coming up on 50 miles an hour through these turns. I just like to feel the body roll in the suspension. This is a good place to do it. Hit this one a little fast here. Yeah, that feels great. Accelerating uphill. I just hit the transmission kickdown switch. You can see we dropped a gear and the RPMs went up. Whoa, yeah, this 300D will scoot. One of the most well cared for cars that I've picked up recently. Gunner just did an outstanding job over the years of taking care of this vehicle. And you can see odometer's correctly turning over. You can see the clock is progressing, and we're up to engine temp. And when I slow down here, we'll see our hot engine oil pressure. There we go, right at 2 bars, which is perfect. Everything is operating exactly as it should be. Wait through this light. I'll be back in a second. All right, Georgia 400 is right up here. I'm going to try to do a 0 to 60 test on the on-ramp. Just, it always depends on traffic, guys. This transmission shift's outstanding. Extremely smooth. Yeah, we're gonna have some traffic here, guys. It's gonna be tough to get a 0 to 60. I got a car behind me and a car in front of me. Yeah, sorry, so we're not gonna be able to do that right there. We'll go ahead and floor it when we get out here onto Georgia 400 though. This car in front of me is just going too slow for us to do that 0 to 60 test. Go ahead and merge over here. First thing I want to try is the cruise control, which we just engaged. There we go. We have it set at 60 miles an hour there. You can see my foot is not on the accelerator pedal, and we're holding right there at 60. Well, a little less than 60. I'm going to go ahead and disengage that. All right, let's go ahead and get up to speed here into the fast lane. All right, there we go. Turn up our blinker. We're coming up on 80 miles an hour, 3,400 RPMs. And don't let the RPM scare you guys. That's how these engines run. They can run like this all day, all the way from Atlanta to Los Angeles. Doesn't hurt anything at all. Yeah, this is an extremely healthy engine. Here we go. I'm going to back it off a little bit. Our cruising speed is right about right there, around 72, 73, right at about 3,000 RPMs. And I've got our cruise control on again. I just engaged it. We're holding right there, right around 72, 73. There we go. Foot is not on the pedal. All right, I'm going to disengage that. I'm going to click it off there. You can see our engine temperature is perfect. Everything is operating excellent. Very, very healthy engine. All right, I'm going to go ahead, get off this exit, and we're going to do a hard braking. Make sure there's nobody behind me here. Put on our blinker. I'm actually going to turn off the heat because that got warm really quick. Heat is working excellent. All right, there's nobody behind me. We're gonna do a hard braking right here. All right, let's see, ready? 3, 2, 1, brake. Oh yeah. Yeah, extremely healthy brake system. All right, let's spin around here, get back out on the 400. Yeah, this is just an outstanding 300D. Everything works 100%. I've completely gone through everything on the vehicle. All the buttons, switches, brakes, suspension, all of it. It's all taken care of. I'll see if we can do a little faster acceleration on this on-ramp when this light changes. All right, I'll see if I can be the first out of the gate here. Oh, that car beat me. I want to do a little harder acceleration here. But there is a car in front of me, so I have to back off a little bit. I'll floor it out here to show you how healthy this engine is when we get on to 400 here. All right, let me see if I can get the transmission kickdown switch. There we go. Dropped us a gear, and I have it floored. Extremely healthy engine. Very, very smooth. Guys, this passes the test drive with flying colors. Everything works 100%. Car drives very smooth. The seat is comfortable. Acceleration and engine health are outstanding. The suspension is excellent. The brakes are excellent. Everything has been sorted out on this car. It is an excellent 1983 300D. So that's it for the test drive video. I'm going to go back to the shop and we will do the walk around video next. So I'll do a little more recording of driving for you. Hope you enjoyed this test drive video. Okay guys, I'm actually going to be able to do a 0 to 60 test right here. Let me let that traffic get out of the way. All right, here we go. You guys watch the speedometer. Ready? Here we go. Perfect shift. Yeah, very, very healthy engine. There we go. Gosh, that's one of the quicker 300Ds I've ever driven. I'm guessing that was around 12 seconds. Alright, I'm just going to pull back into the shop here and then we will do the official walk around video. Alright guys, here we go. Hope you enjoyed that test drive.